we did want to talk to you today about using RL in the real world.
Yeah.
So you've recently worked on a project which I found fascinating. I've heard you talk about it a few times, involving balloons.
Oh, yeah.
So could you tell us a little bit about what you were doing there?
Yeah, so during my PhD, I did a lot of work on like fundamental reinforcement learning. I was evaluating a lot of my ideas in video games, right? And then when I finished my PhD, I saw this opportunity. I joined Google, and I saw this opportunity of like, they had this project that was just starting about flying balloons in the stratosphere. So those balloons, they were from the Loon company. It was a subsidiary that Alphabet had, that basically the idea was that they wanted to provide internet to people. And the way that we provide internet to people is that we have an antenna, right? Like, so here we put an antenna in the downtown Edmonton. So now this antenna is going to have a diameter of 5 kilometers of range. And because of that, there's a huge area that is covered. So there's a lot of a big chunk of our population that gets the signal from that antenna. But now imagine that you want to provide internet to a tribe in the Amazon forest.
Right.
Well, maybe you have a dozen people in that tribe, and you don't have anything nearby in the next 5 kilometers. So what they're going to do? They're going to build an antenna there.
Yeah, probably don't want to bulldoze the Amazon to put up like a...
We don't even know how to get there to build an antenna. It's kind of hard, logistically speaking, but even if we do, economically speaking, it wouldn't be great.
Yeah.
So, but you know what would be great? If we could build an antenna that was 40 kilometers long, because then the range is going to be much bigger.
Oh, I see.
But we also don't know how to build an antenna that is that tall. So because of that, what was their idea? The idea was like, let's station a balloon. And the balloon operates as the antenna.
So you just kind of put it on the balloon and send it up that...
Exactly. So the balloon is going to be the one, like you have a station downtown that it's, downtown. You have a station on the ground that it's sending the signal to the balloon, and the balloon is kind of like serving as the antenna.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was the idea. The catch, of course, is that those balloons, they need to stay where they are, and there are winds coming from all sorts of directions. So the Loon, they were already providing internet to some people in Kenya, for example, and other places, from what I recall. But basically, the idea was that they had this solution that was derived from basic principles of engineering, how to station the balloon. And when they approached the researchers at Google, it's just like, do you think you can do better?
Right.
And that was the challenge that we took upon us. Was just like, can we do better with reinforcement learning? We decided to approach it as a reinforcement learning problem. Can we do it better with reinforcement learning than what we can if we have some very, very smart people working on this problem for 3 years and coming up with a closed form solution from first principles of engineering? So that was the whole motivation for the project, in a sense.